All right. Welcome everyone. Welcome to another edition of Maryland's Cafe Society radio show right here on YouTube. Well, of course, it is Saturday, September the 7th, the first Saturday, I believe, in the month of September. So, welcome, September. Boy, I did an awesome blog this past week on September. Well, actually, um, the autumn season. September brings in autumn or fall, and been getting some really good comments on it. So if you get an opportunity, make sure that you go to the blog Maryland's Cafe Society on WordPress to check it out. Well, it is my favorite time of the year, one of my favorite times of the year, the fall season, that is, for a whole lot of reasons. And um, you know, as we just watch the days go by, once again, we want to make sure that we keep plugging away at our goals and our dreams and our ambitions and things that we want to accomplish. So don't give up. That's my message. Don't give up. All right, so again, it's another edition of Maryland's Cafe Society radio show on YouTube. I'm your host, Marilyn, and of course, we're going to get into some on this day in history. It's going to be a short show because, just because, all right? So I found some interesting facts for on this day in history. You may find this one of interest. Back on this day in history in 1813, for the very first time, a man from Troy, New York, whose name was Samuel Wilson, used the expression Uncle Sam to refer to the United States or the American government. Now, here's the backstory. Samuel Wilson was a meat packer who supplied barrels of beef to the United States Army during the War of 1812. Now, his barrels of beef were stamped with U period S, capital U, capital S, for the United States. But the soldiers who were receiving the barrels of beef began to refer to the barrels of beef as Uncle Sam's. U.S. Uncle Sam's. Get it? Well, some years later, local newspaper picked up on the story, and Uncle Sam eventually gained widespread acceptance as the nickname for and personification of the United States federal government. And of course, the cartoon caricature of Uncle Sam came into existence and so much more. So I thought that was an interesting on this day in history to share with you. Also on this day in history, in 1979, for the sports enthusiast, the Entertainment and Sports Programming Network made its debut. The Entertainment, Sports, and Programming Network made its debut in 1979. And yes, for the smart people out there, it is better known as ESPN. All right, just wanted to share that. By the way, I'm so sorry, all you Bears fans out there. Okay, I cracked myself up. I'll stop. All right, let's move into some cafe news. Of course, Hurricane Dorian. Oh, yeah, last week we were kind of just talking about it on the show. And of course, this week everyone's in recovery mode, especially the Bahamas, after Hurricane Dorian, which at that time, when it hit the Bahamas, was a Category 5 hurricane, devastated the islands. It's being reported that at least 43 people were killed when that hurricane hit earlier this week, and officials expect the number to rise dramatically as hundreds of people are still missing, and of course, rescue efforts are still in full effect. Tens of thousands of people there are homeless, and the United Nations believes that at least 70,000 people on Grand Bahama and the Abaco Islands are homeless. Also, they're saying that Dorian, it's being reported, I think the Associated Press is reporting that hundreds of residents in North Carolina, here in the United States mainland, North Carolina's Outer Banks, are trapped in attics of their homes as a result of the flood waters that were brought on by Dorian. Now, medics and other rescuers are still currently rescuing the sick, the elderly, and others that are in distress. And of course, people who are trapped are being urged to stay at the highest point of their homes if at all possible. Now, Dorian, which is now reduced to just a storm, is headed and expected to hit Canada sometime this evening. They may have, I haven't updated this story in a few hours, but it may have hit parts of Canada already, and it is still considered a very dangerous storm. So we'll continue to watch that. There's another sad news report coming from the United States here. Officials from the Santa Barbara County Sheriff's Office are confirming that the 34 people who died earlier this week from smoke inhalation in a scuba diving boat that caught fire off the Southern California coast near Santa Barbara, yeah, they died from smoke inhalation. And what a tragic, tragic story. I think there were only four survivors, maybe 38 to 40 on the boat, and 4 to 6 of them survived that. So I guess early on they were thinking that that they lost their life to the fire, but it's confirmed now that it was actually smoke inhalation because they were apparently sleeping when the boat caught fire. All right, and the latest United States government's job report is showing that employers are still adding jobs at what's being called a modest pace, although hiring did slow down a bit in the month of August. Now, the unemployment rate remained at 3.7% for the third straight month. And, it's progress is progress, right? Even if it's a bit slower, it's still progress. So we're going to stay optimistic and hopeful in that respect. Real quick, let's take a look at the stock market. Well, the Dow is up, thank goodness, plus 69.31. The S&P 500 is up 2.71, and the Nasdaq, unfortunately, is down 13.75. Now, stocks that are looking good on this day is Lululemon, Athletica. They're up $14.73. Of course, they make apparel. And DocuSign Inc. is up $10.02. They're providers of electronic signature technology. Those that are not doing so good include Domo Inc. They're down $9.44. They're a business software company. And Devon Energy Inc. is down 15 cents. And it's apparently due to the lower oil prices that's dragging down the energy company stocks. So that's what's happening with that company. Now, oil, speaking of oil, it is up. It climbed up a bit, 22 cents. From the last time we reported, they weren't doing so good. And then, of course, gold is down a bit, $9.20, and the euro is down a fraction of a penny. All right. All right, so that's the stock market. That's all I got, folks. I had a super busy week, and didn't have a whole lot of time to present, do the cafe talk and all the other things that we do, entertainment news. But we'll get back there. We'll get back there. I just appreciate you guys tuning in every week and checking out the video, although it's um, you know visually not me or any guest yet, but we are getting there. So just hold on, stay with us. Don't go anywhere, people. Stay right with us here on the Cafe Society. We appreciate you for hanging in there, as I said earlier. Um, well, it's birthday season in my family, so we'll probably be celebrating some birthdays in the coming weeks. I do plan to do a show next Saturday, so make sure that you tune in and check it out. Be sure, folks, that you also check me out on social media, Twitter, Facebook, also the website, Maryland'sCafeSociety.com. Remember, I talked about the blog at the top of the show, Maryland's Cafe Society on WordPress and YouTube. Sometimes, I'll throw out some questions on the social media as it relates to the show or the blog. So be sure to check it out. Share, subscribe, like, and comment. And that's what it's all about, all right? All right, so before I go, I want to tell you what love is. And love is this week what makes it all worth it. How cute is that? And of course, it's cartoon that I pulled from a news publication. Some of you know that. And the picture is what appears to be a husband, a wife, and a little kid. And of course, the husband appears to be greeting the wife as she has dinner served with the little baby, and everything's a mess. But the caption is what makes it all worthwhile. And that's her seeing him, and they both have these little love symbols over their head. How cute is that? All right, that's a throwback though to 1950s, right? How many women are able to do that? Stay home and cook and take care of the kids while husband work. Most women I know have to get out there and make the bacon too, and then bring it home and cook it. All right, folks. Well, that's it. That's all I got. As always, it's a pleasure and a privilege. And we'll do this all over again next week, right here on YouTube, for another edition of Maryland's Cafe Society. Peace, everybody.